Okay, fourth grade. Today we're going to talk about pretty much the same thing we worked on yesterday, converting units. Only today we're going to be converting units that measure liquid instead of units that measure distance or weight. So we're going to start on page 121 in your blue learn books, please. We're going to convert gallons to quarts to start. So the rule for converting gallons to quarts is to multiply by 4. Multiply by 4. Because there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. So just like yesterday, we're going to see 2 patterns. We're going to multiply this by 4 each time, and this value, each time going down the column, is going to increase by 4. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 4 is 12. Notice that this value increases by 4 each time. 12 plus 4 is 16. I'm sorry, 16 plus 4 is 20. And if we were thinking about multiplication, 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32. 36, and of course, 4 times 10 is 40. So we can use this later when we are converting our units. Quarts and pints. The rule for converting quarts to pints is multiply by 2. Multiply by 2. So in 1 quart, there are 2 pints. 4, and this is an easy one to fill in because we're actually just going to be skip counting by 2s because we're adding 2 pints each time. In 5 quarts, there will be 10 pints, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. The rule for converting quarts to pints is multiply by 2. And converting pints to cups is the same. The rule is to multiply by 2. 1 pint equals 2 cups. So the cup is the smallest unit, right, that we're going to use today. 2 pints is 4 cups. And again, it's the same pattern that we saw up here. We're increasing by 2 each time. So we are going to skip count by 2s all the way down to fill in this conversion table. 14, 16, 18, 20. Make sure that your page 121 looks just like mine, please. And then we'll go on to start today's problem set. And let me just rip out my conversion table because we're going to need these. You can rip yours out too if that makes it easier for you to compare. Or if you don't want to lose it, you can flip back and forth. Susie has 3 quarts of milk. How many pints does she have? Quarts to pints. She has 3 quarts of milk, 6 pints. Remember, the rule is multiply by 2. So Susie has 6 pints of milk. That's easy. But if you just tell me that, you won't get full credit. Because it says to use RDW to solve. So we know that we read, and when we're reading, we'll do cubes. 3 quarts, how many pints? Just quick and dirty cubes there, circle both. Because that's really all the information you need. 3 quarts, how many pints? So she has 6 pints. To draw a picture, you could draw a tape diagram, separated into 3 equal spaces. Each of those equal spaces is 1 quart, and in each of those quarts you have 1 pint. And if you add them all together, of course, you'll get your 6 pints. Kristen, number 2, now has 3 gallons, 2 quarts of water. Alana needs the same amount of water, but she only has 8 quarts. How many more quarts of water does Alana need? So let's just pull out our important information with cubes quickly, right? There's our question. Kristen has 3 gallons, 2 quarts. Alana needs the same amount, but only has 8 quarts. How many more quarts does Alana need? So the first thing we need to do is represent Kristen's amount of water in all quarts. So how many quarts are in 3 gallons of water? Gallons to quarts, 3 gallons, 12 quarts. So Kristen has 12 quarts plus 2 quarts, which of course is 14 quarts. Alana needs the same amount, but she only has 8 quarts. How much more does she need? So to find Alana's amount, we're going to do 14 quarts minus the 8 quarts she already has. Tells us that she needs 6 more quarts of water in order to get the same amount. Alana needs 6 more quarts of water. Okay, Leonard bought 4 liters of orange juice. How many milliliters of juice does he have? So these are tough because we didn't talk about liters and milliliters in this lesson. What you need to remember is that liters and milliliters are part of the metric system, and that everything works in units of tens, hundreds, and thousands. And milli actually means, that prefix milli means 1,000. So if Leonard has 4 liters, how many milliliters is that? Each liter is 1,000 milliliters. So 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. And that means that 4 liters equals 4,000 milliliters. Leonard has 4,000 milliliters of juice. Okay, complete these conversion tables. You're really just going to copy from the ones we already did and write the rules at the bottom. I'd like for you to do that independently, and you can submit that when you submit today's problem set. You'll have to do the same thing on the exit ticket, okay? Convert quarts to cups. More conversions here. 8 gallons, 2 quarts is how many quarts? Okay, this is number 5 on page 124. Well, 8 gallons is 32 quarts, plus 2 quarts equals 34 quarts. 8 quarts, 2 pints. In 8 quarts, I have 16 pints. So we have 16 plus 2 pints gives us 18 pints. 26 gallons, 3 quarts. Now we need to use the rule. If we're going gallons to quarts, we multiply by 4. 26 times 4. Gives us 104. Plus 3, right? 104 quarts is 26 gallons, plus 3 quarts is 107 quarts. Let's work on number 7 here. Russell has 5 liters of a certain medicine. If it takes 2 milliliters to make 1 dose, how many doses can he make? Well, remember that 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. So Russell has 5,000 milliliters of medicine. If it takes 2 milliliters to make 1 dose, how many doses can he make? He'll be able to make 5,000 divided by 2 doses. What is half of 5,000 is what we need to find. And the same way that half of 50 is 25, or half of 500 is 250, half of 5,000 is 2,500. So he can make 2,500 doses. Okay, this is a good one, number 8. The Moore family drinks 16 gallons of milk, and the Seiler family goes through 44 quarts of milk. Which family drinks more milk each month? So we've got 16 gallons, 44 quarts. Which one is greater? How many quarts are in a gallon? Let's check our chart here. There are 4 quarts in a gallon, so the rule to convert to quarts is to multiply by 4. So we're going to multiply our 16 gallons by 4 quarts. It's 24 or 64 quarts. 4 times 16 is 64 quarts, and that is obviously greater than 44 quarts. Please finish the problem set and submit your answers in the problem set document. And then be sure to complete the exit ticket, which is only 2 questions, and submit your exit ticket with that document. Thanks for listening.